August 31st, 2021. Want to do a little flashback on the 1960s, 70s, actually even the 1940s and 50s. Hell, now that I think about it, back to the 1915 and 20 probably. So anyway, so flashback on artifacts. So which one do I start with here? Probably the golden item that I found today. So let's take a look at this bar. Does this look familiar to anybody? So if you use the path getting to the cemetery, you'll see the roped off area. That's the little bar that holds the lock, right? Except this guy, this is one of the very original Forest Preserve locks that uses a skeleton key. Just pop some pictures up there for you to view. Very pretty little item, very good condition actually for how old it is. I think they stopped using these things, the skeleton ones, in the 60s, possibly 70s. I can't remember what I heard. I know the skeleton keys, the maintenance office people were talking that they can never find them anymore. So if you happen to work with the Forest Preserves and find these keys for these locks, yeah, save them, stash them away for somebody who knows what to do with them. You know, even the little chain is on there, so that should have been rusted away, but it isn't. I do a little comparison of what the lock looks like now. This particular lock is not the lock for the roped off entrance going to the cemetery. This particular one was actually found for the gravel lot that's south of the cemetery that is no longer locked up, but used to. It was just a teeny little thing back in the day. Maybe I can find some aerial photos. Pause for the plane. Another item is you know, when you're out here, you'll find those little pull tabs from the cans. The old days, you pull them off, they actually would come off, and they just throw them on the ground. So they wanted to stop that crap from litter, and then so now what we got is the ones that just pop and just stay as is. But this particular can, which was found near this lock, it was unopened. It's empty. Somehow it emptied itself somewhere, but it's in really good condition. Just a fun little item, you know. They don't make them like they used to. What else is there? Yeah. So there's some photos I put out on this thing. I'll have to pop those up again because it's hard to see on video. When they first put the electricity in along the Midlothian Turnpike past the cemetery, some of the insulators actually, well, actually one particular insulator I found, they're usually threaded so they could screw into some wood. And they're made of glass, the old ones. Newer ones are porcelain. But really rare ones like this don't have the thread. Now I've only seen pictures of these things. It's as if they just put, you know, a slab of wood just sticking up like a tree, and they just would, these would be really long, I guess, and they would slip down in there and just stay and wobble. That's a really bad design. But considering where this was found, between the in the creek, right by the cemetery fence kind of area, it was next to even some of the old bridge. I could probably even throw in a little shot of that as well. Not that it's anything special, but we know it's got to be related to the electricity by the cemetery. Occasionally I'll come across smaller pieces, but it's from the old threaded version of them. What else is there? You know, I didn't bring anything really with me, but there is an old story from the Lover Lane days, and I'll throw that in here toward the end. But before I get to that, yeah, I just these locks are so rare, and this one is in such good condition that hopefully I can find a spot at the Historical Society for it. They requested not to take any more items, but we'll see what happens in the future. The president did. Yeah, pretty cool stuff, rivets and all. Anyway, oh, I do have one more. Let's see, it's in the bag here. This is not too old. This probably goes back to the 50s. What's fun about it is it says it's Jergens lotion. Doing a little Jergen off. Anyway, bad joke. So anyway, I'm going to cut to the short little interview. It's nothing too special, but just reminiscing of somebody visiting back in the 60s and 70s. So who do we got here today? You said Steve. We got two Steves. Got the other Steve over yonder.
Young and old Steve.
And you came in 72,
we used to
73?
come in here in high school around 72, give or take, 73, and we'd actually drive on the old road and just park here and have a fire and carry on a little bit. And
So the fence was missing during your
Oh, there
time,
was
right?
no fence, and that's why it's confusing. But the road was more predominant.
Was it wider?
It was wider.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, we had big cars. We just pulled right in, 2 or 3 cars. We just hang out because
Drinking your beer?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Beer and an occasional bra, if you had the right date, I guess.
Oh, so the Lover's Lane days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Everybody, you just drive right in now. Then But and then,
That's
of course,
pretty cool.
I got married in '77 and got a job, so I don't get to visit too often.
Got
I'm
married when they
retired.
actually put the fence in.
Yes.
The new fence, I
Yes.
should say.
But it's we still like walking out here. It's still very nice, and they're taking care of the place.
You were a mushroom hunter?
Yes.
But you never mushroom hunted out here, huh?
Yes.
Oh, you did?
Hanover
Okay.
Woods,
Oh, nice.
but you got to be near oak trees.
To
And,
get the good ones?
Yes,
Yeah.
and they got to be late in the season. All the way up to sometimes there's snow, but yeah, this is very well kept up, and they cleaned the lake, took stuff out of it like the stones.
Well, we got the one stone. Didn't belong here, though.
Oh, it didn't? I didn't know that.
No, that's another story.
No.
Well, I appreciate the input. It's you don't get too many old timer stories,
No, I know. It's I grew up in Pose, and my wife lived in Crestwood, so I don't think I brought her out here back then.
Uh-oh. We'll
I'll
have
have
to
to
we'll have
ask
to
her.
edit that one out.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh yeah. Hey, dear, or was that you with somebody else? I don't know. But yeah, I'd love to see the old foundations, maybe in the
Yeah,
late
come back
fall.
in October during the
Yeah.
fall season. So,
Very
well,
good.
thank you very much.
Okay.